right, Grant, pre-show shenanigans. I'm expecting that you're gonna know the post that I'm gonna bring up, but this is a greater.
I
We're
hope so.
we're
For
starting
the
a
sake of
dialogue
this.
today. We're starting a dialogue today. That's where this pre-show is going.
Okay.
Not something that's been traditionally an NFL thing, very traditional in college sports, but the Cincinnati Bengals today posted a graphic of their stadium layout. Like, when you go on Ticketmaster or SeatGeek, whatever, you see
Yes,
all the section
I
laid
do
out,
know
right? With the
that.
numbers and
Yes.
everything. Yeah. So they had that kind of stadium layout with all the section numbers, like, the overhead shot. And they call it Stripe the Jungle, and they have it sectioned off where it's striped. So they have black shirt section,
Are they
orange shirt
providing any
section.
shirts for the
No, it
fans?
just says come wearing this. But it's
BYOT. Bring your own tea.
BYOT.
BYOS. Bring your own
BYOS.
shirt.
Bring your own shirt. Bring your own just top, I guess is the T.
Bring your
T-shirts not
own
required.
BYOF. Bring your own fit. However
Yeah.
you classify
Yeah,
that.
outfit of the day. But they're doing like I don't know what a team example would be like. I don't know why West Virginia is the first team that I came with blue and yellow stripes
I'm
across
just
the
thinking
stadium.
Tennessee checkered stadium.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same kind of thing. But this is like they're doing stripes along the stadium with a black and orange striped stadium sections.
Yes.
And that posed the greater question to me of one, what other teams in the NFL would be able to do this the best? And two, why haven't we done this more?
I feel like
this
I have
is one of these things.
Instant thought. I hate them, but I don't know if they could today, but when they were in Oakland, the Raiders could do that so easily.
Silver
easily.
And black.
Yeah. Or just however, silver out, black out, silver black, like checkered stripes.
I mean, they really do already essentially have a blackout, but
yeah.
Every home game is
Raider
but
apparel. So that was my very first thought. Second, I don't really know the colors would work, but I know the Seattle fan base would do it. I'm not sure if it looked good, but I know they would if
no, they 100% do it.
But is that the question? Is it what would look the best? Who's most likely to, or what would look the best out of the teams that could pull it off?
I think it's more so what would just look the best.
Okay, okay.
And no it's usually going to be, I feel like animal mascotted teams, but because that's just like the Bengals stripes for the Bengals, like that's kind of the orange and black stripes. I get it, but like
how nice would a creamsicle stripe?
Why I was about to say the same thing. What if you did a cream? Because orange.
We kind of need to open up
cream and orange.
We got to open up the color scheme to some throwback colors.
It can't be white though. Like they need if you're wearing white, not allowed in the section. It has to be cream.
Oh yeah,
like you're gonna get removed from the section.
For example, I saw that there was like some like TikTok of some guy at the Penn State wideout just like proudly wearing a Navy Penn State jersey. You should not be allowed in the stadium.
Yeah, if you're a Nittany Lion fan, and you should not be allowed inside. You need to chirp him.
That or bring white out and paint over it.
Yeah, and just from the little. Bring 5,000 tiny jars.
You'll need a lot.
The small jars.
Of course.
Hey,
like the
Grant, you want to know what's sad is there's
jars.
probably a lot of kids these days don't know what a whiteout is.
That is true. That is true. Actually, that is very, very correct. Yeah,
unfortunately.
It would be like their own version of like the Browns jersey where they just put the next.
What if we have a brownout? Oh.
Well, I was just thinking if it was a brownout, it wouldn't even necessarily be like a full brown jersey.
Fit so well for the Browns of being a brown.
I think the most brown. Okay, stay with me here.
If a team were to have a brownout,
Browns version of a brown out, it has nothing to do with the jerseys. It's the whole stadium brown paper bag over the head. Now that is a Cleveland Browns brown out, Everett. The whole stadium paper bag, just like the Lions used to do for the first 22 years of my life.
There's another direction we could go with brown out. Everybody but I think we stay away from that one.
Oh yeah. We'll keep it there.
that
But I think if we can get a creamsicle
might.
type of stripe with an orange and a red throughout the stadium.
So you're going orange. I have to be cream orange red. Cream
I'm
orange
also
red.
just
Cream
in my
orange
mind
red.
thinking like I think a checkered stripe, multicolored seating is
Steelers
better
would be
than
good.
all.
Steelers would be good.
Yeah,
Yellow and
yeah.
black
And they could
alternating.
also, I mean, you could probably send a text to every person attending the Steelers game 8 minutes before kickoff. They're probably in the seat and they will find a way to go get a yellow or black. They will find a way.
Vikings could be good, white and purple too, but
I just don't want the white. I think we go purple and yellow there. But how do you? I think that looks.
I guess. But usually the uniforms are like white pants. So I was thinking with like the Bengals, they're doing the black
no
pants with the orange
here.
tops. But yeah, yellow,
any color listed on that
on it
Wikipedia page. You know,
we
they have like
done,
all the squares.
the Vikings have done whiteouts though. Like they did like for Christmas when they have the winter whiteout uniforms. They tell everybody to wear white. But I really think just
Bucks.
Chargers could be good. Chargers, little powder blue and yellow.
Ooh, now that'd be okay. But if they had a navy blue and yellow,
ooh.
Oh, now we're talking, Everett. Now
I do think that creamsicle combo might be the best possibility.
I'm just literally just taking a look at every NFL team's logo. Sneaky because they have a lot of combinations. Low key, Duval could potentially get something going.
Just that teal.
Well, like they could use that teal, or they could use like some of their throwback colors, or they go like a little bit dark. Like they have a lot of colors, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like I wanted to say some type of like a classic Carolina Panthers, Carolina blue, or like a Miami.
Yeah,
Dolphins,
but the problem is when you get the
secondary.
I think the combos when you get the silvers with there though, like the silvers won't ever look good.
Oh,
So like Cowboys couldn't do it
because it's like to get us like a true silver out crowd would probably look great, but people would just wear gray. They wouldn't wear silver.
Yeah,
like
that's the thing.
Silver,
unless you have one of those like the reflective.
Shiny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The reflective jerseys.
Yeah,
like Raiders, Cowboys, Titans. None of them could do that. Colts wouldn't be bad because they do just have like bright white and dark blue. Like none of them could do it. Seahawks would be hard. Like the alt uniforms if they have that they're about to be wearing. That's hard. That'd be hard to do
with a neon green section sprinkled in there. Too.
Lions hard to do because
honestly, that's
silver.
The answer. It's the throwback Seattle Brian Bosworth jerseys. Those colors.
You're talking about the darks that they had.
Like not as dark as their current navy.
No, I know. Yeah,
it pops.
It's a little bit more of the teal side that the Jaguars have.
It's not a light blue. But
no.
It's
that's what I'm saying. It's more like the I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's the
like this,
secondary,
but more bright.
It's the secondary color of the throwback uniforms they'll be wearing this week.
Yes, no. Like literally, look up. Like honestly, JSN looks really good in those. I don't know why, but JSN looks really good in those jerseys. Look up and honestly, Kenneth Walker also looks really good in those. Literally look them up, Seahawks throwbacks. You'll know exactly what we're talking about. But yeah, no, I think those are ooh. Could the Ravens just look great with that dark purple? It might just be an
all purple out.
But I love that.
Grant,
color.
I just had an idea.
Love it. I just
had an idea. Grant, Vikings do a purple out and they call it Purple Rain.
I mean,
hey,
what are we doing?
Marketing.
What are we doing?
Marketing. What are we doing? Call it Purple Rain.
Effort.
Oh, I'm gonna start searching. I gotta start circling that one.
Go to the Vikings Twitter communities. I may have to join the Vikings Twitter community. Go to help boost it.
Purple out. Call it Purple Rain.
Do you have purple? Yeah, you have purple pants. Do you wear white pants with home jerseys?
But we do have all purple. We do have all purple.
And I'm not thinking the color rush with the yellow stripes.
No, you're just saying our away pants are purple, just wearing the away pants with the home together. Jerseys.
Yes.
Purple rain.
And now help me out here. What is the tight sock situation? Is that purple tights with the purple pants?
I believe we have purple.
Would it potentially
or you know what though? I mean, they tights? Can get it specially made. It's not really hard to get tights.
Yes, I mean, shit. Of all the
it sucks
apparel pieces. Yeah, I do think maybe if everybody white tights, but everyone has to wear long purple scrunch socks, so you kind of get that little stripe effect on the socks.
Purple rain.
Yeah, I mean the purple
in
rain.
Minnesota. Oh my goodness!
And if possible, sign Cam Bynum to a 1-week contract for that game, so he can somehow implement a Prince celebration in there.
Maybe you have to wait. Maybe you have to wait until they play the Colts at some point to do it, and then just just intentionally throw an interception just to him and let
and he'll celebrate with the Vikings. I mean,
he'll come over. He'll come over, and then as part of the contract stipulation, they'll throw the ball right back to you afterwards. Just interception for interception.
I'll one up you. The next offensive series for the Colts, Daniel Jones receives the snap. He just places it on the ground.
It just hands it off to you.
Doesn't hand it off to you explicitly, implicitly hands it off, just places it on the ground.
Walks away.
Yeah. Just, hey, Indiana Jones. He's just replacing the little
the totem
totem idol. And then the boulder's coming down.
I'll be honest, that might have been one of the best ideas I've ever had.
Certainly one of the best. I may have to go so far as say the best thing you've ever said on this podcast, potentially. The best thing you've ever said on this podcast in terms of true.
We've had it. Hey, all I want to say is if you listen to all 337 episodes of this podcast, we would have. There's some very good ideas tucked away in some of these episodes. We've been saying log it. And
I'm not going to lie. The other day for
there's
fun.
Some good business plans in here that we've talked about at some point.
Yeah, I was telling somebody about the podcast, not a sports fan, telling them about it. They were asking, do you have like a non-sports episode? Maybe I could get into like,
let me tell you about this.
Do I have a non-sports episode for you? But surprisingly, the space alien episode, we recorded one. It did the quality.
We technically have like 1.5. Yeah. That's really what we have 1.5.
I have heard though that the Waterboy Awards is actually the #1 non-sports fan podcast. Even though they don't understand. It's just the excitement in our voice when we do
out of us being so excited and happy.
Way too much excitement for that.
All I'll say though, if we just didn't do sports and we just said, because we get rambling on random stuff, like we will just start talking about some random shit.
We would be capable.
We would be doing.
It'd be once a week. It'd be once a week.
You don't want to handle more than once a week with that out of us.
I don't think you guys
you're probably good with.
I don't think you guys want multiple of those a week.
You're probably good with just one. This is for your sanctity.
Yeah. But without further ado, get the giggles out, boys. Get them out. Happy Thursday, everyone. Snaps. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Waterboy Podcast. It is episode 337. And we have the first week of NFL bye weeks rolling in. I hope you guys enjoyed all of those packed slates, the double Monday nights, the 9-game Brady Bunch red zone boxes in those early slates. They are now done. Well, there should be 1 week coming up here where no one has a bye. It's one of these. It's some week between 6 through 14. There's 1 week.
It's probably a holiday.
Yeah.
Probably like Thanksgiving.
Probably the Thanksgiving week, but there's 1 week where nobody's on bye. But we don't get that for like another 8 weeks, 7 weeks. So, gonna have some missing names here and there, but gonna be starting off hot in the National Football League. big week to preview. Taking a look at the slate beforehand, there's a lot of juicy football games this weekend. And I am also
There's a lot of kind of what the fuck games, I'll be honest.
Yeah, a bunch of really close ones.
There are teams I also just can't get a read on for vibes or in general. So some of these are just this is not even an educated guess, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm also very afraid that Everett and I are going to have the exact same picks. I just have a feeling we're thinking the same. Pick. Okay. Now,
so I don't know. I don't feel like that's the case, to be honest.
Okay, I feel like we'll actually be relatively similar, but after last week, it was the most
disaster.
All I'm saying, it has been downhill since the first time in the history of this podcast that we picked the exact same games, and I was afraid that I recognized something. Especially after the greatest start in the history of sports media, other than the guy who had that one run in March Madness. It was going to be really tough to maintain that momentum and that steam start of the year. But 9-7 for me last week.
7-9 for me. Absolute implosion over here in the Everett's Takes department.
Okay.
Sitting at 65.6% after that last week, dropping a whole basically 7%.
Yeah, I went from 75 on the dot to 70.3%. So I am literally one game
right there
over the threshold.
Yeah.
One game.
I kind of need to hit on some stuff. We'll see if this is the week to do that.
We'll see.
But all right, Grant. It also could be you reading the games. That could have really thrown me off my kind of wavelength here. I got to have the underdog mentality a little bit. That's because here's the thing: at the end of the year, right, when we go to the next season, usually I'm like this close, but I usually end up reading the start of the next season, start off with that underdog mentality, and then you start reading it, and then I fall off.
There may be a correlation.
There seems to be one.
Based on our success the week before, how hard do we try the next week in the picks?
Okay, Grant. These are the games. Thursday night, 49ers at Rams. Sunday, fucking international games. Vikings at Browns in London, 8:30 in the morning. Then we got noon slate. Raiders at Colts. Giants at Saints. Cowboys at Jets. Broncos at Eagles. Dolphins at Panthers. What a fucking barn burner that one is. Texans at Ravens. And the 3 o'clock slate. Titans at Cardinals. Wow. Bucks at Seahawks. Lions at Bengals. Commanders at Chargers. And for Sunday night, I've been waiting all day for Sunday night. Not really.
Well, I'm not sure after you read this
That's
matchup.
What I said. Not really. Patriots at Bills. Monday nights, Chiefs at Jaguars. Actually, an interesting game, believe it or not. But what's going back and forth on that one? Okay, Grant.
Yeah, I mean, oh my goodness. I think you're just live I wouldn't say reactions, but your natural expressions reading this slate, I think encapsulates every NFL fan when they are checking their FanDuel app Sunday morning. They're like, who is playing? Wait, what? Like, oh yeah. Okay. Real quick, just we were laughing as you said the team name. So is this a potential the Cardinals are in it, so maybe not if the Panthers were in it. Well, Panthers Dolphins is zone. We got 3 battle of asses. Okay. I mean, like, mid is a gross overstatement. If you're saying battle of mid, you're wrong. They're not mid. That
Battle of Midway.
Battle of mid is like my Chargers versus the Commanders this week. That's a battle of mid.
I wouldn't say mid. You are still 3-1. The battle of mid is Vikings
we just lost
Browns,
to the Giants. Well, Browns are bad.
Okay, well, the Packers lost the Browns, so I don't think you should be very concerned.
I know, but I think if there is a
Jaden Daniels is back, so
well, okay. Actually, the true battle of mid Is it Raiders Colts?
No, Colts are still 3-1.
They're solid.
It's
But come
Cowboys
on,
and Jets.
we're not sitting here. Well,
Cowboys and Jets.
Jets might be bad.
Yeah, but the Cowboys are mid.
Exactly.
So it approximates to mid. It's a mid off.
It's bad mid. Mid bad.
It's a mid off.
I don't think we have a true mid off this week. I think that's what we're noticing.
Okay, Grant. Here are my teams. Here are my games. Rams, Vikings, Colts. Still haven't picked the Raiders yet. Giants, Cowboys, Eagles, Dolphins, fins up, Texans, Cardinals, Seahawks, Lions, Commanders, Bills. I'm going the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes has 7 touchdowns and 1 interception this year so far. So,
yeah, I mean, I hate my boogeyman, but I mean, dude, in this spot, oh God, he's about to run. He's about to run through Jacksonville.
That was kind of a harder choice for me than I thought it would be. And also, your game was a hard pick. Bucks Seahawks was a hard pick. You know how much I love taking the Bucks. So.
Oh yeah. My toughest pick was definitely Bucks Seahawks. Commanders, Chargers.
You didn't have a choice.
I didn't even think about it because I just instantly bolded Chargers when I typed it in. But no, yeah, I mean, Jane Daniels is playing this week. I don't know if
like
Terry's
really the
first.
I mean, it's also really like the first true like game that they've had with Jaden Daniels since week 1.
Yeah.
So and I did forget
he was cleared last week.
Terry and Debo were both hurt. I might request an asterisk on that one, but
I think regardless those guys' injury status, Debo's gonna play. But regardless Terry's, I'm not
like, also hey, maybe we learned that you should be playing in the preseason, guys. Maybe we've learned this.
I'm so torn on it because it's like the Sean McVay stuff. It's like, okay, that's one example of do not play in the preseason. It works. But it's like,
yeah, but it's
I'm
also
torn.
like,
I'm
it's
torn.
training. Like it's like they still have reps in the preseason. Like I think I haven't really watched Rams preseason football that closely, but like Terry didn't play in the preseason. He got hurt. Brandon Ayuk, I don't think played in the preseason last year. Like tore his ACL. You have other guys that just didn't get as many reps. Like JJ got hurt this year after playing one preseason game. Justin Jefferson's looked okay until like last week he looked good. But
those last 2 examples helped you. Like the first 2, the receivers, contract stuff was.
I know, but I'm saying I know contract stuff, but I'm still.
But like Herbert, for example, is still.
I'm saying I know they were sitting out because of contract stuff, but to be fair, at the same time, like there have been players that do play and participate while negotiating their contract on the side and getting that going. Like, it's for your well-being in this scenario. It's for you to not be hurt halfway through the year.
Yeah, like I'm thinking more so like a Rams, like. For like Stafford, Kupp, Puka, when they're all going, like they're still practicing Monday through Saturday. It's just on Sunday.
Also these guys, Brandon Ayuk and Terry,
they're just not even there at all. So of course that's going to be a problem. But like with my situation, my injury history, I'm just bubble wrap all. I cannot do another Slater. Now that's training camp, but I can't do that shit anymore. I can't. I need at least 3 weeks. Well, I didn't even get 3. I got 1.5 games. Technically 0 if you count Slater hurt, but I got 1.5 games of a healthy Chargers team. Then Khalil Mack dislocates his elbow, and it's like, oh, we're right back to.
I had 0 weeks. I had 0 weeks.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, no, yeah. But the injuries are ridiculous.
Redonk, some would say.
Oh, yeah, very redonk. But here are my picks for the week. Rams, Vikings, Colts, Giants, Cowboys, Eagles, Dolphins also. Which makes me concerned that the Dolphins are going to 30-piece them. Texans, Cardinals, Bucks, Lions, Chargers, Bills, Chiefs. I want to
We
start
have
Bucks.
two differences.
Yeah,
I
want to start.
That's fine. And I mean, I think it might have been a surprise to you that I took the Seahawks here. Usually it's the opposite. You take the Seahawks and I take the Bucks.
I will just say something subconsciously that has entered my brain, which I've started to remember. Well, first thing, moving forward, I tell myself, I literally have it saved at the top of my thing. Every time I rewrite the picks, it says never trust divisional games. I have to remind myself every single week, because last year I didn't. But
look, this is my
Seahawks. I am never right on. If I pick the Seahawks to win, they're losing. If I pick them to lose, they're winning. I cannot get a read on the Seahawks ever.
Yeah,
they
Greg.
Are,
currently,
doubt, my hardest team to read.
Currently, I did. I scored myself out.
I
scored myself out for this season so far. Just how many times I've gotten the team correct when I've picked them. Currently 2-0 on the Seahawks. The Bucks, I am 3-1. So about the same if you give or take a game.
Have you taken the Bucks every single week?
Minus this one.
Okay.
Seahawks, I have taken them.
You took No, you didn't take Bucks over Eagles. No, you didn't.
I did take the Bucks over the Eagles.
Really? I literally have a vivid memory in our head, you being like, it's just really hard to pick against the Eagles.
I did not say that.
I have a vivid.
I might have been like the Eagles.
Intern.
I might have been like the Eagles are a hard team, but like I go with the Bucks all the time. I think the Bucks are the team that upset them.
Within the past 3 podcasts, you literally said that verbatim. It's really tough picking against the Eagles.
I probably said that week 1. But
it was recent.
With this game, this was my logic. I always love picking the Bucks because I love that mentality out of them. But Bucky being
mentality?
Hurt. Oh, it's that dog mentality.
That dog mentality. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Is that attributed a lot to Baker Mayfield?
Yes.
Okay. All right, just making sure.
It's just the headbutting. I can't get out of my head. Actually, will never be out of my head. But Bucky Irving being out this week and Mike Evans also being out is a lot for me to kind of get over with. Plus, it's in Seattle. And the Seahawks have looked pretty nice offensively in the past week or so. We are coming up quickly to the Clint Kubiak kind of like cutoff where he always starts off the first 4 weeks super hot and then the offense just dies.
Yeah, he was doing the same thing for the New Orleans Saints
last year. So I
remember
just
Rashid Shaheed weeks 1 through 3 last year, boys. Where were you when Rashid Shaheed broke out?
I just think that this is a game that the Seahawks can pick up, and it's a game that the Bucks are in a difficult position to win in because of their decision. I just think that the offense runs so heavily on Bucky that Bucky being out and not having that explosiveness is going to cause problems. Elite uniform matchup though.
This is matchup. Potentially the greatest uniform matchup ever.
Creamsicles versus throwback
I don't
Seahawks
think
jerseys.
Both of those jerseys were used at the same time. I want to say
I don't believe so.
Was in the 80s. I know those Seattle jerseys were 90s.
They still had the creamsicles that they were throwbacks to in the early 2000s.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking week in, week out. I think Tampa only wore the creamsicles for as their every week jersey for 3 years, and they were doing so poorly in them, they had to get rid of them because it just they were so bad while they had them.
Well, hey, not helping the case of the Bucks. The Bucks gonna do well this weekend.
No, and I low-key think I remember something saying the Bucks are maybe 2-7 against the spread in the creamsicles.
Really?
I've seen something along the lines where the creamsicle curse still exists. This game, Tampa, Seattle, well, first things first, I need to preface it. I don't have a read on the Seattle Seahawks, and I picked against them. So based on those vibes, Seattle's covering 3.5, boys. Second analysis, just some spread talk. I love thinking about this stuff. This line, Everett, do you know what the line is?
3.5.
3.5.
You just said it.
Oh, I did. Whoops. Did not mean to say that. Whoops, gave away the point. Seattle's a 3.5-point favorite. Now at home, sure. Yeah. I still think like Seattle's a 3.5-point favorite against the Bucks. The Eagles are also a 3.5-point favorite at home against the Broncos. I just feel like 3.5 Seahawks. Like I feel like the public is looking at that like, dude, Bucks plus 3.5. What are we even thinking about? That's where you dummy. That's where you lose. No. This seems like a rat line to me. Some smells a little sus. Oh yeah, Seahawks are covering this 3.5. I think Vegas is begging on their knees for you to take Tampa plus 3.5 because it seems like a weird line to me. 3.5. I mean, I don't know. So based on those two vibes, it should be Seahawks. But like actual football thought, just playing into line plays of both teams. Obviously, both teams are like going to pass pretty well. JSN, Emeka, the Ohio State slot wide receivers. I'm also so excited for their post-game jersey swap, Everett, in the jerseys. I mean, and they were homies at Ohio State. They were teammates for 2 years together.
It's a confirmed jersey swap.
Homie. I mean, no, but yes. I mean, like, no, I don't know for sure, but obviously. I mean, I can see it now. Ohio State football will post their jersey swap on Ohio State.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited for that. But actual football talk, line play. Now, Bucky being out, that obviously is not something you want to see. That's, don't want to see that if you're a Tampa fan. But right now, this season, Seattle will start there. They're like perfectly mid on all front seven stats, defensive front seven stats. So 16th in pass rush win, 15th in run stuff win. And then on the blocking side of things, below average and then bad. So they are 21st in pass blocking, 28th in run blocking. I think if anyone has Zach Charbonnet on their fantasy team, I think you're quite aware of how awful the Seahawks are at run blocking. But Tampa Bay side of things, in terms of Tampa's blocking, elite, one of the best O-lines in the NFL, 5th in pass blocking, 6th in run blocking. There are 2 other teams in the NFL that are top 10 in both pass blocking and run. 3 other. The Baltimore Ravens are 3rd in both. The Washington Commanders are 9th in pass block, 2nd in run block. The Eagles 6th pass block, 9th in run block. And then the Denver Broncos are 1st in both. But I'm not going to worry about the Denver Broncos. That's a next month problem for me. But Tampa Bay, elite O-line blocking, clear advantage there. And then front seven side of things, Tampa Bay is the 31st team in the NFL at run stuff. They're the 11th best team in the NFL at pass rush win. But Tampa's the 2nd worst team at run stopping. Seattle is the 4th worst team at run blocking. Both
so they're about even out.
Bad. But I think that's the key matchup. How does Tampa defend the run?
I mean, I would agree with that statement.
Because like how the pass blocking's looking, you could say if there's any edges, there's a very marginal edge Tampa pass rush over Seattle pass block. Very marginal. It's not even an edge. But there's a big difference in the Tampa Bay blocking versus Seattle. And then both are awful when it comes to Tampa's awful defending run. Seattle's awful at running. But I think just seeing that O-line gap for Tampa, even without Bucky, still, it's hard for me to go against that when I see those O-line stats.
I mean, yeah. I just am less.
But everything else, though, all the vibes are all on the Seattle team, which I hate.
It's also like a lot of those metrics are close enough where like you kind of can give them a push and go to just generally how you
like
perceive.
All the mid ones, they're all mid. whatever, but it's the pass block or just the blocking for Tampa both sides. I'm like, they're actually good at some of that stuff. So
let's go to I don't really want to talk about the 49ers Rams because that's a whole big injury game.
No.
Same with Texans Ravens.
I mean, Rams Niners second largest spread of the week. So
yeah. Bengals, same thing, injury game. So really the games
you're also going to roll over the Browns. So
I hope so, but you're going to roll. Our starting backup center also hurt now. I don't Irv Smith was an emergency backup lineman last week because all of our linemen are hurt. Hopefully we steamroll them. That would be nice. But Grant, let's
I don't like hearing that. That didn't make me happy.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Chiefs and Jaguars. So we were both on the Chiefs. I will say the statistic you were telling me about with like the Jags rankings earlier today, and I think the other day, that was pushing me really to feel towards the Jags. Plus, the Jags, quote unquote, do their homework on the other team's defensive plays. Here's my caveat: you might do that. You know the Gru meme, or I mean, even Jonah Hill too.
I may need you to be a little bit more specific.
It's like okay, this is how we win. Scout the entire other team, steal their signs,
breaking down to the minions,
and then it's
with the
have Trevor Lawrence as your quarterback, and then it's have Trevor Lawrence as your quarterback, or Jonah Hill this is Trevor Lawrence. He has all like the other team's signs. His only defect is he's bad at football. Like, he's not a good quarterback right now. It doesn't mean he can't turn it around, but for what you were expecting out of him, he is not playing up to the caliber that
he is not the second coming of Peyton Manning.
No, he is not. And I don't know what his problem is. Maybe it is Shane Waldron. Maybe he's bled over to the quarterback position.
So this is one thing I've heard, a problem with T-Law, and I haven't really noticed this. And T-Law is really, really lucky. He was in the same draft class as Justin Fields and Trey Lance, so he could skate by. If Justin Fields is a first read merchant, so is Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, when the ball is snapped, he receives the hike. Okay. He is staring at whoever, usually Brian Thomas. He's staring at him. It could be like a 6-7 step
Brian
route.
Thomas isn't getting the fucking ball.
Well, this is the thing. Keep going. Now, if you look at Brian Thomas's targets, he's still getting targeted a lot, Everett. But, those early clips, not hospital balls, but you see him, okay, I'm not about to
in the chest
pop one. I'm not about to get popped right now. T-Law is staring BTJ down. So the safeties are like, maybe I should go follow BTJ now. And then it didn't start that way, but by staring BTJ down, you put him into double coverage. If you were just staring at corner boy Travis Hunter, well, BTJ doesn't have the safety creeping down, but T-Law is staring at him the second the ball is snapped. And so even if this thing, maybe it's the most impressive thing ever, the yardage BTJ currently has. He creates separation despite everybody knowing he's getting the ball.
Yeah, I just
but that's a T-Law, how do you coach that out of him? Because it's not like next week, hey, we're gonna need you to look the other way. But that's the first time in his life he's doing that, and then he looks over and then throws a pick, and then he's like, I'm never doing that. I'm staring him down the rest of my life. What?
Yeah, I mean, it's just weird because Trevor Lawrence has kind of been on a bell curve a little bit. Started off not that great, and then he had a really good season when they made the playoffs. He's really
lucky that he had to go up against Brandon Staley in the playoffs. Yeah, and that really boosted the shit out of him.
But also, Grant, I mean, maybe it's time to cut the hair. Maybe we have to get a little mentality in there.
And now there was a PMT episode. They had T-Law on in the summer, and they told Trevor first. Well, I don't think I actually do think he wears a visor. He might be a double culprit, but they told him that, hey, no quarterback has ever won the Super Bowl with a visor. Every quarterback. I think
you've said this before. It's like his wife is likes it.
Yeah, but it is actually his wife who he's been dating since freshman year. It was actually her who made him grow out the hair. Apparently, T-Law used to have a buzz cut, start of his high school career, which I can't even picture in my head. I literally cannot picture him without his long hair. It's just, that's literally how he was marketed in high school. So,
yeah.
But yeah, no. I think it's time for a T-Law.
Let him get a little overhaul here.
NFL, I mean business. Okay. Like,
yeah.
Get it, like, maybe, you know what? Actually, I think we got it. Maybe he doesn't need to go like buzz cut. Shorten the hair a little bit. He needs facial hair. I don't know what's going to look good. He needs facial hair to look older.
Hopefully he can grow facial hair.
Yeah, that's
we have big. Not confirmed it. The other thing is it will be blonde. Probably.
Yeah, it's okay. Maybe he's unable to do so. Okay. All right.
I think get beard dye. You can get beard dye.
I think that's a very easy step. Like, if you want to start being taken seriously as a professional athlete, go get a beard or a mustache. Just get some facial hair. You'll get more respect.
Yeah, I mean,
in the locker room,
hair. Just depends on the facial hair, not like a goatee or anything. You need a full beard. Full beard.
Yes.
Well, actually, I shouldn't say goatee. Max Brosmer's got a goatee, and it looks pretty fucking nice. But I think the last quarterback
can look. It can look good.
Paxton Lynch repped a mean goatee.
Oh yeah, but yeah,
that was mean goatee.
And also, like, I guess not exactly a goatee, more so like a little mustache beard thing. But I mean, the Minshew, he rocks it.
That's the Fu Manchu, though.
Yeah, but it's all about how you hold yourself. With the mustache,
but it might be time for a little redesign from T-Law. But
I think it's
that honestly, Trevor Lawrence is the biggest reason why I took the Chiefs. Also, Patrick Mahomes it has a very good stat line right now. Talking about stats, but
so this is one thing that's like really stuck out to me, just in the blocking metrics, for Kansas City pass rush run stuff. And then Jacksonville pass block, run block on ESPN Analytics. Not much margin there. On ESPN Analytics, though, I want to point out, they have Jacksonville Jaguars ranked as the 20th run blocking offense. I would say they're number one. They are number one in yards before contact. That
it's something that doesn't add up.
What other stat can we be using for him? But a big mismatch is that Jacksonville is the worst team in the NFL in pass rush win rate. They are the fourth best team or fourth worst team in the NFL in run stuff win rate. Kansas City Chiefs 8th and 7th in pass block and run block. Like that right there, it's like, oh, don't give Mahomes time to throw. Oh no.
We're gonna have to do a baseball segment now. I have something.
All right, let's get in.
Not this second, not this second. But we're gonna have to wrap with this. But we still have college football to get through, Grant. So we actually do need to move on here in a second. But let's get into this other game. The only other game I really want to talk about that I think is a key game for the week. Broncos Eagles. I'm not super concerned about, but it's your game, Grant. I want to talk about the Commanders and Chargers because this is big implications.
This is like my Illinois game if we were USC.
Yeah, for both teams, kind of big implications because one, it's to kind of get back on pace game. Arguably for both teams, Jaden Daniels is coming back. You guys coming off your first loss to the Giants.
It is a get back on track game.
But like it's also a bigger thing. Like, the Commanders, both of you guys are in difficult conferences. You need to pick up this game. Like, this is a big pickup game for how the schedule for the rest of the year kind of shapes out. And for your mentality, more so than the Commanders, it's you just lost the Giants. Like, what the fuck went wrong? We just
gave Jackson Dart his rookie debut. Is there anything more demoralizing than you give a rookie quarterback his first career win in his first game? I mean, that
28-3.
Well, of course.
You asked.
Well, I was also kind of just thinking there in the mindset of the Chargers. We could never even be
blowing a playoff game
28-3 in the Super Bowl. In a playoff game, I've seen it many times. Maybe. In a Super Bowl, though, whoa.
Not making the playoffs when you have the number one offense and number one defense in the NFL.
I'm pretty sure the Chargers, I think, made the Super Bowl twice, have never had a lead in the Super Bowl in franchise history. Both
maybe
waxed.
Yeah, no,
What a
I would
hast.
say arguably the worst, most embarrassing thing then that you've done is having the best defense and best offense in the NFL and missing the playoffs.
I think that's just charging at its peak. You know,
Yeah. I would, yeah, okay. But yeah, I mean the big game. Curious what you think the keys are here. But Amari and Hampton breakout game last week, very big, obviously. Lad McConkey does not have hands. Maybe he's doing a Freaky Friday bit with QJ. I don't really know what was going on last week.
did they actually Freaky Friday swap?
I think they might have Freaky Friday swap. I don't really know what's going on. Quentin Johnson, I think, is third in the NFL with receiving yards right now.
His advanced analytics are the funniest thing. I'm like, wait. I mean, it's correct, but what the what? How? What? Like,
yeah, I don't. It has to be Freaky Friday. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I have zero clue.
It was Freaky
I still
Friday.
can't process in my mind that Quentin Johnson is like.
Or we did like something
right
with the Monstars and like Keenan transferred every ounce of greatness left in him just over to QJ.
But I'm so good.
I got. Do you know who signed to the Chargers for a month and then retired over the summer? Do you remember who? Now, there wasn't much to extract out of him, but
it has to be a receiver. I'm trying to think who it was. Oh, it wasn't Amari Cooper. Who the fuck was it? You're gonna have. I don't remember.
Mike Williams.
Mike Williams
signed for a
well,
week.
No, you don't want to extract
retired.
anything out of him.
No, I know.
That's injuries. There
wasn't much to extract. All right, there wasn't much, but there's a chance that we transferred every ounce of greatness left in my guy Mike Dubb over to QJ.
You just it's like
literally like the Monstars. Or
like
it's like that Kevin Durant movie.
Yeah, the Luck of the Irish or whatever it's called.
No, not Luck of the Irish. Side note.
Different one.
Great Disney Channel original. But
it's Thunderstruck. Thunderstruck. Yeah.
Thunderstruck.
Look at that poll right there. Look at that poll.
That's a trivia. That is a
trivia. That is a trivia.
That's an elite. Have a trivia question involving Thunderstruck one day in your life. You will.
It will come up. That. It will come up. Kids, it's on Disney Plus. You can go watch it.
I don't even know if that's actually true. Is it?
I think it's a Disney movie. I don't know. I think
certainly is.
Movie. It sounds like a Disney
I'm not
movie.
even sure if that made the cut for Disney Plus. They're like,
I think they have to have all of them. Okay. Let's move on to college football here, Grant, and then we'll wrap up with this little thing that I got. Any key college games to look at this week? From my perspective, there doesn't exactly seem to be many. Clemson, North Carolina, just for pride.
Oh no, that is from that game, Clemson, North Carolina. That is the Stephen A. Smith of the world, the guy where your NFL tapped college football is a side quest in your life.
I mean,
you're locked in for that. Dabo
arguably,
yeah.
Virginia, Louisville, big game for the Water Boy.
Big game for Water Boy Pod. But we got two game of the weeks this week. Starting off, what we have to say, this is the game of the week because it's the first time in my life that one of these teams is like in a big time matchup. Vanderbilt plays Alabama.
Yeah.
This time in Bryant-Denny in Tuscaloosa in Tuscaloosa. And this is going to be interesting because Alabama has had this game circled on their schedule for a year.
Maybe you don't lose.
Only time in the history of the state of Alabama, okay, that any team in the state of Alabama had Vanderbilt circled on the schedule. But it is now. I think been hearing a lot from Pate talk about this, specifically looking at Kalen DeBoer and Ryan Grubb together, going back to their time at Washington when they made it to the national championship game. Everett, they were not blowing out teams at Washington. It was a lot of tight, close games. Now they were winning, but they don't really blow out teams in these ranked spots. Now I know there's obviously a massive talent gap here. Alabama's a 10.5 point favorite.
Didn't matter last year.
Exactly though. But I think very likely Vandy's covering. It's Death, Taxis, and Diego Pavia plus the points. So I like Vandy to keep it close, yucky, gross. If I had a pick actually for the game, I would take Vanderbilt spread, but I love the over here. I love the over here. I refuse to believe Diego Pavia won't put up at least 21. Okay, so I just Diego Pavia is putting up 21 at least. But also that Alabama offense, Ryan Grubb, impressive over there. I expect this to be a big Jeremy Bernard game. Maybe Ryan Williams finally catching his 80-yard bombs, perfectly placed, just bombs down the seam. Hopefully he catches them this week. But yeah, we have to start out there. That's game days there. Vanderbilt, we actually are paying attention to them, and like I would pick Vandy plus the point, like
10.5.
We are in a new era of college football. But the true game of the week, Miami at Florida State. It is the second home game in Florida State's new revamped, renovated stadium. But this is a rivalry reborn out of the fire and the flames of mid for the past 20 years, essentially. We have a big time Miami Florida State game.
Well, hey, Florida State wasn't mid in the past decade,
but
it's just been
neither
recent.
Have been at the top together.
Oh, together, yes.
So,
yeah, simultaneously, yes.
For it, like, yeah. So yes. First time potentially in my life for it that I can remember this rivalry game being a true, oh shit, get the popcorn out, folks. You cannot miss this one. But I am really, really excited to see how Florida State can kind of hang against that Miami front.
Well, this is also Bain. This is a game.
Tommy skating Ruben Bain. Let's see.
They clearly last week were also looking towards this game, and also losing last week. That's one of those moments where you're like,
you don't want that as Miami. You don't want Florida State to lose.
You're pissed. You're getting absolutely messed up in practice. The coaches are pissed. The players are pissed. Yeah, you come into this next game with a legitimate passion.
Shit, one of you got trampled in the end zone last week.
Yeah. No, there's going to be a bigger passion on top of just the rivalry.
And there's going to be so much juice in that stadium. You know, I'll give them credit for that Alabama. There was a lot of juice in that stadium. It was their home opener, renovated stadium. I think definitely helps. But considering coming off a 2-10 season, I was really impressed with that fan base, how loud they were. I expect it to be the craziest Florida State home environment with the new stadium, like literally since Jameis.
This isn't just the inter-Florida, rivalry. This is also arguably going to be for ACC position and playoff position too at the end of the day.
And Florida State wins this game, then both.
Also, though, Grant, this would drop Florida State to 0-2 in the ACC. So if they lose it, it's a very, very big game. Like 0-2 compared to 1-1 is a massive difference.
Yeah.
So it's a very big swing there. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. All we know, Deuce Robinson. He was on the jug machine. Better have been on the jug machine this whole fucking week.
I don't think I've seen a football bobbled that many times.
Did you see Marvin Mims bobbling the punt return this past week? Because that was a big bobble too.
Honestly, no.
He bobbled it like 3 times and then still got a call for whatever the
I did see it. No, I did see it. It was a tweet like if you bobble the ball 3 times.
It should be
it honestly shouldn't.
Which it shouldn't be.
Really shouldn't.
It really shouldn't be. Catch the damn ball.
Because if you can't catch it, that's hitting a live player.
That's the whole point of like when somebody runs up to a player that's returning the ball and you're standing there waiting for them to bobble it. Like you should be able to they're bobbling it.
It should be the equivalent of the ball accidentally hitting a blocker.
Also he kind of like fell. Player. He kind of fell into like that guy too. That was just kind of there. But regardless, big game. We'll see. It's a get right game for Florida. There's so many mentality things that we talked about, and I think I've said this too with Tulane. Cotton Bowl year, we lost to Southern Miss, and that game put us in the mentality to be like, all right, now lock the fuck in. We have to win these games.
Yeah.
That could be Virginia.
I still kind of may hold true with Ohio State. Like, Everett, unfortunately, there's only one thing that could turn Ohio State back into the juggernaut. Unfortunately, there's only one thing.
You're saying it, not me.
Losing to Penn State would not create that monster. Maybe now. Actually, it might. I think that could create the monster if they lost to Penn State this year. It's at home.
Maybe
that may be enough.
Hey, you're saying it, not me. I'm not the one that's going to deal with the Ohio State.
I'm not
fans.
blaming you. No. I'm not an ounce of blame is being put on you. I have realized that Everett. I've accepted this. I've accepted it. I accepted it at halftime of the Texas game.
Yeah. Only other game that I kind of want to address though that I do think is somewhat significant: Mississippi State at Texas A&M. I think I kind of said Mississippi State. I said in the last episode, that's a game. Frisky. They lost. They were close, but they lost, and that's a game that a loss should have gotten them ranked. I still think that they're 4-1, sitting at 0-1 in the SEC, and they're a team that's better than a marginal amount of teams that are already ranked. This is a game A&M could drop. Mississippi State's not a team to be trifled with, and I do think that they're starting to get recognition from the other side of these matchups, and they're getting their dues, which is bad for Mississippi State because it kind of caught teams off guard.
Yeah, I just feel like A&M has a tendency to play down to their competition.
Yeah, A&M is currently minus 14.5 with an over at 55.5.
Too many points.
I'm taking 40. I'm taking Mississippi State.
Yeah, no, you're taking Mississippi. Too many points. That's just too many points.
Yeah. But I think Mississippi State's they're getting recognition now. I still think that they're somewhat underrated. I've watched my fair share of Mississippi State games now this season just because I have friends that are fans.
It's entertaining football. It's fun football. Jeff Lebby's a great coach.
Yeah, they are not a team that you would expect to be there at the start of this year. And they are a team that kind of are still flying under the radar. Like people would be like, "Oh, they're 4-1," but they're annoying. Better. They're better than you think they are at 4-1.
Like, I mean, unfortunately, Everett, like it is Cocktober, so they kind of get a pass for the Cocktober cockiness. Really. No pun intended.
That goes over South Carolina.
Ramping up, but like Mississippi State, you can't them and Arkansas, and Kentucky. You just can't hate them. Vandy, you could hate. You could think Pavi is annoying, but those three, you can't hate on Mississippi State.
Cowbells also. Cowbells as an outsider.
I like it.
That's a great thing. That great.
Can be annoying. I just recognize that could be.
No, it annoying. Definitely could. But
as
long as your team's not playing them.
Yes, thank you.
You're loving that
as outsiders for us.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Grant. We're gonna wrap up with this today. Obviously, MLB playoffs are going on right now. The Dodgers' first pitch is in about an hour from now. Not too much for us to talk about at this point in this episode. We'll have to wait for the update to come in next week's episode. That's when we're going to be starting kind of
so far games. No team has advanced.
We did have a 104 mile per hour pitch put on the corner earlier. Might be the greatest pitch in MLB history. But I don't know if you saw that.
Game too.
You saw that 104? Oh. Padres.
Yesterday or today?
Today, 104 mile per hour pitch put right on the corner. Surprised you didn't see that.
Oh, it's Mason Miller. Oh yeah, I did see this.
But
yeah, he's Grant. Really good. He's really good.
I have a Seattle Mariners intra-squad roster lineup for scrimmage today. I'm just gonna go down this name of just one of the sides.
Ichiro's in the lineup, isn't he?
Yeah. You tell me if anything sticks out.
I did not see this before. Go.
You tell me if anything sticks out here, okay? Cal Raleigh's at center. Josh Naylor's at first base.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm thinking fucking football still. Josh Naylor's at first base. I'm seeing the C like you see on the fucking roster lineup. Cole Young's at second base. Leo Rivas is at shortstop. Ben Williamson's at third base. Samad Taylor's left field. Julio Rodriguez, center field. Ichiro Suzuki's in right field. And Jorge Polanco's DHing. He's still got it, man. He's still got it.
Oh yeah,
Man.
he's still got it. Ichiro's a goat.
Something tells me that if he wanted to play right now, I don't know. I don't remember how old he is at this point in time, but something tells me he could go and still play.
I have seen a clip since starting this podcast of him. It's a adult. Well, it's not softball because they're like pitching overhand, but it's like an adult like baseball exhibition game, and he is just pumping 85 by like 22-year-old girls who are clearly not
like softball players,
clearly there for the charity aspect of the event, and he is just blowing it right by them. Like, you can't take that competitiveness out of him. I mean, that fire is it. Like, I was talking about this with my brother a bit earlier. We're thinking about Shohei post career. And I don't know what's more likely, that Shohei just goes off.
Oh, he's going back to Japan, dude.
Well, of course, but I was floating out like over under 50% chance he literally accepts the director of Japanese baseball role the day he retires. Over under. Like, you think, is that a good line? 50%?
Under. I would say it's probably like a 20% chance.
I think this dude might love baseball so much that he's
no, I think it's kind of like the Andrew Luck vibe where you love it, but he could have some time. Give him a little bit of time.
Okay. 3 years off. Not okay. He's gonna say I'm taking like 3-4 years.
Well, here's
off.
the difference.
It's also 6 months and be like, no,
it's also like if he retires when he's like 41.
Okay, that was another thing.
Quick.
So I do not believe he will sign a second contract, but I do not believe he'll retire early. I think he will play out that entire. I don't think he wants to retire early. I think he wants to play out
when that contract expires, he's gonna want to leave to go somewhere else to go and get the money without less taxes.
Yes. But I think he wants to play out that full.
No, I expect him to play out the full contract. I was just saying, in a hypothetical world, like the age he retires at will probably constitute whether or not he does something immediately afterwards.
I think he's scheduled to be retiring at 40 on the dot.
Yeah.
Because it's year 2, he's 31. Yeah. Maybe that 40 on the dot.
I expect whatever he's not like an overtly social dude. Like,
and also there could be some media like we just don't like.
I legitimately
awkward when it's in English.
It's just also like I expect him, like, he'll still obviously be a big thing in Japan and like all that stuff, but like if he quite literally becomes the GOAT of baseball, like he's already in the conversation. We've talked about it.
He might already be.
But I'm saying, like, even taking himself to an even higher level than he is now, like there's a point where you just can't not do stuff. Like, even though I know Shohei probably is a guy where he's like, I would rather not be on social media or doing anything. Just let me get, like, Jokic, when he retires, he's going to his fucking horse ranch, never to be heard from him again.
You'll never see a picture of him.
Hear him again. But
literally, he'll never be photographed for the rest of his life.
But like, as much as like that's what Shohei Ohtani probably wants to do, if he takes himself to another level, you can't.
I also like Justin Herbert. The second he's done the NFL, is he ever going to make a public appearance for the rest of his life?
Well, if he marries Madison Beer, yeah.
Sure. But like, that may be another example.
Yeah. But that's really all I had for that.
Yeah, I just had quick little thoughts real quick about MLB state. So yesterday, just absolute ridiculous stuff going on. And by ridiculous, just like kind of the things I've been saying the past about playoff starts all came to fruition. But I was saying for a while, playoff baseball, it's about starter Haas energy.
I actually have something to talk about.
But it's about starter Haas energy. I was saying the ideal starter in a playoff spot where you as a fan feel comfortable in your team is a guy who can go out there, give you 6+ innings, 1 run max, 4 hits max, and double-digit strikeouts. Okay, those are the big Haas starters that I'm talking about. And those are Blake Snell, Tariq Skubal, Garrett Crochet, just dogs yesterday, putting up absolute gem performances. But it is that high strikeout Haas energy. And this is what I was thinking about it. We look at the Dodgers 4 starters right now: Snell, Yama, Glasnow, Ohtani. Snell, Glasnow, and Ohtani, they all fit that mold. High strikeouts, low hits. I don't give a shit if you walk guys. You cannot give up hits when there's runners in scoring position. You could walk guys on. I'm cool with that. But no hits once they get on base, and they will get on base. It's the playoffs. They will. So you need strikeouts to get out of those. But also Yama doesn't quite fit that strikeout mold. And so what I want to go further is Yama not being the strikeout pitcher as the other 3. When Yama is on his absolute best, he is pitching the best he can possibly do. If the other hitters are also performing at their absolute peak best, they could still hit Yama. But if Snell, Glasnow, and Ohtani are pitching their best, you can't hit them. That's what the difference is. Even if their hitters are super hot, feeling themselves, if those 3 guys are on, I don't care. Unless your name is Barry Bonds, you're not hitting them.
Yeah, see, the problem is you get through that, and then you have the bullpen. Yeah, and
it's
that's
the exact
concern
of last year's pitching staff, where the bullpen dogs lights out, and
I mean, dude,
starters. Goodness, last year. Remember Landon
Henriquez,
Knack?
quite literally.
I don't think you can ever remove the trauma of Landon Knack out of your mind. You were really traumatized by Landon Knack last year. So, like,
I mean, watching the last game yesterday, watching Henriquez almost walk in enough runs to tie the game.
No, yeah,
that's way more traumatizing to me.
They need hits to score the runners in scoring position. Not if you're our bullpen and bases are loaded. Then they can walk in runs too.
I was literally sitting there. I'm like, I was just like, they might not swing at a single ball. They might just be like, I'm going to make them throw strikes straight down the middle because we can't do that. Like, I literally don't I don't know what to say. So, but with that, and we're going to wrap up here. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching, listening, rate us 5 stars. You can find us on Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, and on TikTok at Waterboy Pod. You can follow me and Grant on Twitter at EversTakes and at Waterboy Grant. We post new episodes every week on YouTube and all podcast platforms. Make sure to subscribe, turn notifications so you don't miss a single episode. We also post exclusive content on Instagram and TikTok as well, so don't miss anything else over there. And with that, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Waterboy's out.